Greetings, people. It's Jared here, Wolfgang1, back to do another Transformers review. So we're halfway through the 4 reviews that I found on my external hard drive by pure accident, and it's nice being able to, just like sort of take a step back from actually recording reviews because I'm actually getting some other stuff done for the channel, which is excellent. So thank you for putting up for this. This is the review that was filmed God knows how many years ago for Reveal the Shield Wreck-Gar.
Now, the original Wreck-Gar from the animated 1986 movie, the toy of it was very sort of blocky. The arms were out like this, holding onto the forward wheel, and blah, blah. It was pretty cool for its time, but looking back on it, you can really see the limitations in it. But then again, you are talking about a toy that's 25 years old. Let's flash forward 26 years, thereabouts. And what you get is this. Let's look on the back of it. Again, you've this photoshopping lark of like, oh yeah. I mean, look at the bike. Look at the bike just there. With all that silver on it, all that silver paint, blah 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 blah. And look at the bike they give you, just like molded grade plastic. It really, really does piss me off. It's like you've taken the time to design a beautiful, beautiful toy, and then you go and let it down by not giving it enough paint up. Now I'm going to have to paint this Wreck-Gar up in certain places to give it the paint apps that it should have got with its photoshopped edition. The Reveal the Shield gimmick is, as we all know, rub the rub sign to find out which allegiance it is, even though the allegiance is clearly on the back of the box. That's pretty fucking stupid, if you ask me. This is a deluxe, although when it actually transforms into robot, the robot mode is actually quite small for a deluxe, or thin and small. But other than that, there's not a lot else I can say. His bio, obsessed with television, Wreck-Gar always quotes from movies and commercials. That's it, that is all they say about him, which is... But, funnily enough, he has got one of the best weapon storages you will find on any Transformer anywhere. Even better than Generation Scourge, where his weapons are like mixed in, fitted in the wings, on the inside of the wings. This is even better. In fact, I'm just going to dispense with the box and all this fucking bullshit because you've seen this a million times. I'm just going to get straight on and show you this figure itself. Well, it's a few days after I filmed the first segment of this review. You might notice I've had my hair cut, which is great. I'm also feeling as sick as a fucking dog, which is not great. Yeah, so unfortunately I've got the day off work. I thought what I'd do is sit in the conservatory and try and sweat this bloody infection out. So here I am on a gorgeous day. Brilliant. Right, here is Reveal the Shield Wreck-Gar in his gorgeous dirt bike mode. The thing that lets this down, really, as I said earlier, like I said a couple of days ago, in the first part of this review, is the fact that you've got the grey moulded plastic, which really does sort of take away from the wonderful sculpted detail in the bike itself. Now, if all those parts were sort of silver, as these sections here, then it would really bring out the sort of tans and the browns and everything like that. It's just seems to me to be another wasted opportunity on Hasbro's part. Now, in terms of like kooky little details and things like that, and they've really gone to town. Really gone to town on this. For example, the handlebars move a little bit, which is great. You've got a little kickstand here, allows you to like sort of prop it up to display it, which is great. And I did mention earlier about the weapon storage system, didn't I? And I'm going to show you that first. Is the exhaust pipe on the back wheel, just here. If I take that off, just put down Wreck-Gar for a moment, you'll have to just fold it out and then fold out the blades, and what you get is Wreck-Gar's axe, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic little touch. Let's fold that back in, fold it back down, and then stick it back to the stick it back on the toy itself. Now I'm trying to think where I got Wreck-Gar. I think I got Wreck-Gar from eBay. And I think he was a standard sort of about £15 I paid for him. Money well spent. Not like I was saying with my Thunderwing review. because that wasn't money well spent. This, however, was that they've taken a lot more time and a lot more effort with this, and it's a wonderful. The finished product is wonderful. Just the grey plastic really does let down this alt mode. The silver, if you like put like sort of silver and like tarnished black or something like that to actually give it a sort of dirty metal feel, that would have been amazing. Sadly, no, they didn't go that far. Now, I had Wreck-Gar years ago. I had the original Generation 1 version, and to be honest, I actually really liked Wreck-Gar. He was a lumbering mess. I mean, you could basically see where every part of the robot was, where the legs were, where the hands were, and everything like that. And there is no indication, pretty much, of the robot anywhere on here, except, and this is how cool it is. It's because I didn't notice this the first time I got it out of packaging. If you look just in here, that's where the hands are, tucked up neatly underneath the petrol tank section, and like all sort of folded in and things like that. And we would never have. I never would have noticed that. On the unfortunately, as I say, on the original, it's like the arms came out here, the legs were sort of like either side of the wheels, and it was pretty obvious where everything was going to go. This, not so much. A wonderful, wonderful display of ingenuity. One of the best bike formers I have ever seen. There used to be, back in the 80s, there used to be a sort of a go-bot, like a silver motorcycle, which was one of the best bike formers I'd seen then as well. It's probably about the same size as this, actually. I'd like to try and get hold of that if I can. It was like a silver bike, and it had like the wheels on like the sides of the arms and things like that. I'd like to try and get hold of that again if I could. But this, absolutely incredible work. Really, really is. Let's take it to robot mode, I think. Before we do that, however, let's have a cigarette, because that's clearly what my body needs right now, is more fucking poison. Brilliant. Right. Let's start by taking off the weapon. Fold away the kickstand. Pull down the forward wheel and turn it to the side. And then do the same with the back wheel as well. And then fold that up so it's starting to look like it's all going to come apart. And then this top section here, split. Like that. And then basically, that, believe it or not, it's mostly it, and it's just a case of like arranging the parts. So we'd turn it up like this, and we'd fold down the legs. Turn that round. Fold out the feet. And then push this section up. Turn the body round, and then fold out the arms. Extend them, and then put those into place. And then clip together, like that. Straighten everything up. So it's not a difficult transformation at all, which is really, really interesting. Getting it back into bike mode can be a bit of a torturous experience at the best of times, but yeah. And then finally, the head reveal, flip up and turn around, and that is Wreck-Gar. Absolutely incredible. I'm just going to sort out his weapon. That's it. Put that in his hand, and then put him into some very, very interesting pose. Probably not too far from the one that comes on the back of the box, actually. And the interesting thing is, he looks like what he's supposed to be, which is a robot comprised out of junk, like parts, mismatched parts. He's a proper Frankenstein toy, which is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Again, the only thing that lets it down in either form is the lack of paint detail on the grey plastic, but as I say, that's something I can fix myself. Articulation wise, it's got everything you'd expect from a toy, a deluxe toy. It's sort of joints sort of doing a variety of interesting things, and I'm not going to bother going into the articulation because everybody has a pretty good idea what toys are capable of nowadays. But that is absolutely incredible. How do you turn like a dirt bike sort of thing into that and not have any real hint of the robot mode anywhere in the alt mode? It's absolutely incredible. It's good to see that, you know, they've clearly really taken their time on this one. I cannot praise this figure enough. I really can't. You basically need one of these in your collection. Amazingly well done. Now I know they've done a repaint and a remould and turned it into another Junkion scrap heap. I'm not too bothered about that, to be honest. One is more than sufficient for my collection. And I discovered that the Universe Cyclonus actually provides him if you get everything positioned correctly, which does look very interesting. Absolutely amazing work. I'm so glad I picked this up because I feel that my collection would have been lacking if I didn't. It's been, as I say, I got mine off eBay. I haven't seen him anywhere else. Hopefully some other people might have better luck. Maybe there's Toys R Us up in the north or something like that. I haven't seen him anywhere down here in the south. And the weird thing is, the light piping situation, and I painted his eyes red, so any light piping thing you would have had here at the back is wasted, but that's a very minor complaint. Absolutely stunning work. Congratulations, Hasbro. The only part you fucked up on that was the paint, or lack of paint apps. Congratulations. Well, thank you very much for watching this review, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gerard Galvin Barry, not feeling at all well, saying I will be back at some point soon with the continuation of other reviews. Until then, take care.
To go.